Hello, and welcome to our UE4 Tutorial Series 9, setting up a proper crouching system. Let's get started. Hello, I hope you like that little cheesy gent voice. So today we're going to do the crouching system. Let's go to our blueprint interface, CH, and tutorial, or whatever you named it, and type in crouch state. And we're going to put that in the action states. For description, hmm, if you haven't figured it by now, make sure that the description it fits the function or event or whatever it is. It's like a tooltip for like a variable and stuff. I'm struggling with this right now, but I think I'm going to do toggles the conditions for the crouch state. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, compile and save. We can close that. And let's go to inputs. I've already done it. Just for y'all, just go to project settings, inputs, crouch, do left control, and then left thumbstick button. That's what I choose, or choose whatever button you want it to be. Then go to your player controller, type in input action crouch, and do crouch state message. Go to your refs, crouch player. Let's put that above there. Compile, save. Straighten her out. You can close that for now. Sorry, my video's being a little laggy. So let's go ahead to our tutorial master and let's get the crouch state event. Invent crouch state here. Now, I'm going to show you how most people do it. I'm not trashing people here. I mean, this is how I've seen it done in some cases. So they'll get a variable, a Boolean variable. They'll get it and say, do a branch. And I'm just going to do this real quick so you can, because I want to do what I want to show you how I do it. But so this is technically in reverse. If it's true, you don't put it to true, you'll put to false, but you get the idea. And then someone will do play and a montage. So if it was true, you set to false. If it was false, you set to true. You play an anim montage that will go to the crouching state. And if untrue, to play an anim montage. But we're not going to do that. In fact, to continue on here, they'll get their character ref, right? And they'll get their variable. That's why I haven't named anything. And they'll promote it to a variable. They'll set it. And then, actually, I don't think people do it here, do they? I think they do it in the NM graph. Yeah, so they'll do it in the NM graph, like right here or something. They'll get blend poses by bool. And then they'll connect one end to the false, so like the regular. Which one will we do here? We'll do a layered blend by bone. We'll do it like they'll do it here, and then they'll have it here, and they'll connect the part. We're not going to do that. That's fine. It's just another way of doing it. But I'm going to show you a different way. In fact, go ahead and name this crouching. Oh wait, I think I already have this one. Yeah, because I do it and then I redo it for you guys. So we'll just go ahead and go here. Let's go ahead and get rid of these new variables. You don't need these. Okay. Get your character movement, and it has a crouching system in it. So from character movement, type in is crouching, and type in not. So if we're not crouching, hook that up into the branch. All right. So from the true, we're going to type in crouch. And the character script that UE4 has already has the crouching states in there. So we don't need to do anything to that. Compile, save. All right. Compile, save. Let's do it back here. So wait a second. Before we continue, I want you to come here and set these variables. We're going to set this to 150 and can crouch. That's very important. And see? Oh yeah, by the way, I unticked my on my capsule component hidden in game. I unticked that to false so you can see it. So I'm going to set this down to 70 for the capsule half height, the crouch capsule half height, and see. This means it makes it easier for us to sneak into areas with low headspace. So we got this, we got this. We're going to create put this into a function. So collapse to function. There it is. We're going to have this f underscore enter exit crouched state. There. Go in here. We're just straighten this up. We won't have to touch this at all. Just put a return node because we want to be good programmers and always have a return node even if we don't really need it. Just to keep a habit. Let's go to our player character. Let's cut that because we need it in a different graph. Let's put action states graph. Let's go ahead and paste that event crouch state. Basically what we just did is we're making an override from the parent. Get your camera boom. And do, no, not camera, lag speed. Set enable camera lag. Because this is going to make the movement less choppy. Let's go ahead and put this description. Checks if character movement is crouching and sets the appropriate state. There we go. Let's put this as protected, not private, because then we can't call it into the child. All right, so we got this, right? Okay, yes, there we go. F underscore enter exit crouching state. I mean, you could also make this as an event too. Put in a delay, say 0.5. Let's copy this over, untick the lag as false. So basically we're going to set the camera lag if we're the player character, do the crouching state function, then do the delay. See? Whoa, look how nice that is. Alright, the delay though is going to help us with the NM. So the animation. Let's collapse this to function. Or yeah, let's collapse this to node. That's right. Sorry, don't do function. It won't work. Crouch state dash player because it's the player override. I think I'll fix it later. This is gonna be a long video. Go ahead and make that a green. Let's tighten this up a little bit. Compile, save. You can close that for now. We'll come back to it. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the same thing here. Collapse to nodes. Crouch state. Actually, can't do that. Let's call it set crouch state. Comment, and we'll do crouch state. Same thing. Zoop. And green, because it's a movement state, technically. Ooh, isn't that supposed to be here? Let's cut that. And Control V. Oh, oops. Let me undo that real quick. So I accidentally pressed Control C, not Control V, and lost my clipboard. Okay, there we go. Collapse nodes of function. Or no, sorry, collapse nodes. And we're going to call this a crouch input. With a space there. Yeah. Now let's press C for comment. Let's uncheck that to show bubble when zoomed so we don't see it. Then we just do that. Main reason is that when you're zoomed out and you have all these things together, it kinda really stinks. Okay. Now, let me fix this up here a little bit. I forgot to add the parent function. So we're going to do is player controlled. So is it controlled by the player controller for the PC tutorial player controller? If it's true, then we do this. This is in case we have like a party system, a teammate system where we can switch teammates, and one of them is taken over by the AI, and it still be a part of this. So we want to do this. So make sure you right click on the event and do call to parent function. So right here, see, do that again because sometimes my computer doesn't. It's weird. All right. All right. Now I want to do something in sprint state. I want to make a condition because I don't think I've never really thought about it, but even when I was in the military, but I don't think you can just jump up from crouching, sprint, and come back down like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could. I never really thought about it. And when you're in the military for a certain amount of time, your knees just go bad. So I'm not going to try it. So we're going to do this, and this. Basically, if the character movement is crouching and it's not true, if we're not crouching, then we can sprint. We can go for all these functions. If it is crouching, if we are crouching, we're going to do this. And we might have more conditions, so I'm just going to put conditions for sprint. There. I'll save. Let's test it out. So, here we are. We're running. We're sprinting. Now we're on the crouch speed at 150, and we can't sprint, so that works. Later on, I mean, you could do the same mechanic for sprinting. Basically, you say, if we're not sprinting, then we can crouch. Okay, so set crouching. So let's make sure we do the advanced display in private. Checks if the character is crouching. So now we're going to hook this up. So character ref, type in character movement, get character movement, and is crouching. Technically, you could just type in is crouching and it should do it. There you go. Comment, set is crouching. So now we are where most people set up their crouching animations. But we're still going to do it differently because we're totally trying to do another way, since instead of being just yet another tutorial series. But we're also going to do a function in here instead of in the tutorial master. F underscore set capsule height. Make sure you spell it correctly. And this is going to govern our capsule heights. So yeah, this function overrides the capsule half height. If you hear a door, excuse it, it's my dogs. If you hear background noise, my son's watching his shows. He's back from school. Sorry about that. Let's put this in action states movement. Okay, let's go ahead and set this up. So we get is accelerating and we get is crouching. If we are accelerating and crouching, we should get the and boolean. There's a branch statement there. That's what if usually means. If in C# or C++ branch. All right, so we're going to get the character ref and set capsule height, and you should get the capsule component. And so if we're accelerating and crouching, we're going to set it at 75 for the capsule height. Oop, no, we want this. So if that's true, we're going to set it to 75. Which is, no, that's not right. There we go. And then we want that for the full height. Okay. Control copy, control paste. Copy paste. Copy paste. There we go. So we got a branch. If that's false, we're going to move to another branch. We'll just hook up crouching. And if we're still crouching, but we're not moving, we'll set this up to 60. Yeah, 60 for the half height. And if that's false, that means we're not crouching. We're going to set this up to 88. And it should work. It should work regardless if we have things accelerating or not for the capsule height for the standing. And see if that works real quick. Sorry, the dogs hear a doorbell on TV and they think it's real. Hopefully not too loud. All right. So we got that going. Let's go ahead and set our crouching state. So if we're crouching, we're going to do a saved podcast called Crouching Loco State. I'm going to do a new state machine for the, it's going to be for the crouching. This one we're going to set differently, so we're going to call it Crouching Loco. It's kind of funny, being that I grew up in Texas. Loco, I always think of the Spanish word for loco, which is crazy, not locomotion, which is pretty loco, huh? Yeah, I know, dad joke. Anyways, what am I doing here? Create a new state and call it the crouching state. Nothing's going in here. This is kind of like the gateway to go into the other stuff. So we're going to do the enter crouching state, and we can enter this transition if we are crouching. In here, we're going to do an idle to crouch, and this is from the Movement Anim Set Pro. Yeah, that seems a little better. Well, we could actually do the other one. If you have the Movement Anim Set Pro, you can do either one. I've got to make sure I don't get the root motion. There'll be a link in the description. Make sure you remove the loop animation. And from here, we're going to create a new state. Add state. Now, I already made this. I forgot to delete it to make it from scratch. So I'm going to tell you what you need to make the blend space. Crouching idle walk. Crouching dash idle walk. And to get there, like with the jump tutorial, we need a time remaining ratio that we can tweak. And we want less than or equal to float. And we're going to put at negative. We're going to put at 0.2 for now. Yeah, let's keep it like that. So let's go in here. Oh, sorry, let's add another state real quick. We'll call this the exit crouching state. This probably is not going to get called, but I'm going to put it in here anyways. Get the crouching state. Not. We might have to do might have to do a little bit more on that. A few steps. We're not going to worry about it. Oh yeah, we forgot to put the. So let's put the crouch to idle. Also from the Movement Anim Set Pro. This is really a good thing. I love this thing. I love this Anim Set. It's a good investment. And I did have a link in an earlier video. Put the link in the description, and I'll probably put a tag up here. Since I catch up with all the videos I had to redo right now. Time remaining ratio. There we go. We'll put this at 0.2. Okay, so go to crouching. loco. Let's go to crouching idle walk. Oh, I don't want to rename it. Let's get rid of that. We're going to scroll all the way down to the blend spaces. Get your crouching to loco. And I'm going to hook up my direction and speed like I did with the other blend space. All right. File save. Let me show you how this works. So basically, this I just copied this. It's in my content animations, temp, mannequin, and blend spaces. I just copied the default loco and gave it the name crouching loco, BSP crouching loco. And I have direction -150 for minimal, 150 for maximum. I have 6 grid divisions, 0.1 time interpolation time, and same with speed, -150, 150, 6, and 0.1 interpolation time. Now, I have a crouch idle, all right, which is at the center, 0, 0. Let me go ahead and pull that one up to right one. Which one is it? This one? Oh, that's the root action. We don't want the root action. Let's go ahead and look at this. We want the one that's not root action. There we are. So everything, if you had the Movement Engine Pro, it's in the in place ones. That's how we're getting our stuff here. But I'm gonna just since I already made it, I'm just gonna we have a walk forward at the top at 150 for the speed and 0 for direction. And then let's see. Let's go here. And we have a walk left 135. So walk LT 135 new. So we have it there at direction 150 and or -150 and speed 150. Then for direction 0 and speed, it's walk left, and at the bottom we have walk left 45. And then at the direction of 0 and speed of direction of -150 and speed 150, we have walk backwards loop. And then we have walk RT for right 135 new for 150 and -150. Walk right at speed 0 150, and then walk right 45. So there you go, your 8-way directional movement. Save that, save that. Let's go ahead and play that. Maybe? No, actually we gotta call this first. So now we're gonna do the blend poses by bool. So here's your bool. So we're in anim graph default loco idle walk sprint state. Blend poses by bool. So if we're crouching, we're going to use this cache. If we're not crouching there. Now, you know what? Now that I think about it, but since y'all know how to do it, just go down to your crouching stuff and check it if you're sprinting. If you're not sprinting, then you can go to crouching. All right, I'm just tidying this up, make sure everything's all good to go. Because we don't want to come back in here if we don't have to. File save. Yeah, because you're definitely gonna need the sprint check for crouch. Otherwise, it's probably gonna break your game. So here we go. See? But you see that little jitter? I'm spamming the button. We're gonna fix that. Don't worry. I wanted to show you that before we did it. Okay. What the? Oh, wait. Haha. Yeah. We don't need that. We need to go into crouch state. That's why we were in a sprinting state. Do we do here? No. We're gonna do it here. What did I get in there? Okay. So we want a come from here and do a do once node. This means it'll only happen once when it's called. Then we reset it once it's done. This prevents spamming our buttons and inputs. Compile save. Yeah, we don't want to do it here. That would make no sense. Then we go into our player graph. And remember, if we're not the AI, we don't have to worry about the do once, but we do need to worry about it for the camera lag. So let's do once. And if you're worried about like uh, wanting to do something else, just add a sequence. Just type S and then click, and then do it before to do once or whatever. Let's collapse it to a macro for the player check. Let's call it M is player controlled. For macro is player controlled. I do not think we're going to need this in any children. Macros, I've noticed, cannot be called in children and cannot be drawn out. So it can only be done in that current blueprint. Restriction checks to see if the player controller is checks line bracket controller. There, we still want to keep this all organized. Okay, let's play. See, we crouch. Nice, look at that. We can even tweak it too. So we can only do this once. And see, the capsule component stretches to accommodate for the animation. And we can't sprint. Alright, now you can check hidden in game for the capsule component. But right now I'm going to tweak the durations. I'm going to go with 5, I think. No. Let's go with 8. That looks a little nicer. Let's go with 1.2. See if that works. Oh, I don't like that because then we could have a hard time clicking back when he's already fully in. Let's go with let's go with 0.8. Yeah, let's go with 0.8. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's a lot nicer. Now let's check this. Ooh, no. Now we gotta check the time remaining ratio. Let's 0.8. Let's go 0.8. Yeah, I like that. We can still do that. I don't think this is getting called anyways, but mm, yeah. By the way, I'm just tweaking buttons here. I'm just gonna say in advance. If you're still watching, if you like this, please hit like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. In the meantime, I'm just gonna keep doing this.